My name is Congressman Dana Rohrabacher, and I represent California's 46th Congressional District, which was mainly in Orange County, California, although we have a little sliver into Los Angeles as well. And I am totally committed to the concept that English should be the official language of the United States. Nowhere is that more clear than in my congressional district. We have people from all over the world in my congressional district. Of course, we've got Americans who have been here for many generations, but we also have people who just came here from Vietnam. Of course, we have many people from Latin America and Mexico with us. We've got people from China and Korea. We got a few people even from Africa, and of course all over Europe. Now, all of these people are so diverse in their culture and so diverse in their background. There's only one thing that can really unite them. Well, there's two things really. One is a love of liberty in our country, which is vitally important. But if you couldn't communicate with anybody else that deep-held value, you would be left out of the American family. But the one thing that keeps us all together is the fact that we love liberty and we are able to communicate our feelings and our desires with each other, and we are able to participate in that great open marketplace that we have that's available to everybody. It's available to whatever language you speak in your foreign, where you come from in your homeland, but if you speak English, you have an open door to this wonderful magic that will make people who are struggling and work hard, give them the opportunity to live decent lives and also to prosper and sometimes become very wealthy. But that door of opportunity, the key to that door is learning to speak the English language. And if we make it easier for people who come here not to speak English, we have done them a horrible disservice, and we've created a division among our people that is unnecessary. So I am a strong advocate that we should never have any government business in this country done in another language. We should make sure that our children are all taught in English. That doesn't mean they shouldn't learn a second language themselves. We're all in favor of that. But any official teaching, the teacher should be teaching our students in English. All of our documents, all of our ballots. And by the way, for those people who say, well, we got to have everything in Spanish because we have such a large number of Hispanics with us. Well, in my district, we got a large number of people from so many different countries. How are you going to accommodate each one of those? It would be impossible. A ballot, for example, would be that thick in my district if every language had to have a separate designation for those people who are living among us who are able to vote. So for practical reasons, but also for spiritual reasons, you might say, the American spirit will be kept together as long as we identify with one another. And the language is the method that we can talk to one another and communicate on a heart-to-heart basis with our fellow Americans. So let's have some national unity, and let's not be ashamed of that, and let us welcome people who come here legally into our family of the American family, and I know that people who come here legally and people who want to be Americans, they want to learn how to speak English. So if they don't, maybe they shouldn't be here. But I know almost all of them do. So it's up to us to welcome them, but make sure they're doing the right thing by their children, by themselves, learning how to speak English and participating in the democratic process and the economic opportunity that we have. So thank you all very much for letting me have this little discussion with you. And I know we all love our country, and our diversity is what keeps us strong, but we also, the factor that keeps us strong as well is that English language that permits us with such diversity to live as one country and one people. Well, if you agree with me on some of the points that I've made about how important it is that we have the English language available to keep our country unified, but also for the benefit of those people who are trying to struggle to improve their lives here, they all need to have to speak the English language if they're going to have any chance at all. Well, we've got too many wrong-headed people here. They're good-hearted, but they're wrong-headed. They think they can help people by giving them avenues for not speaking the English language. And that nothing would be more harmful to people who have come to this country legally than to have to not develop the English language skills. So if you believe in these things, as I do, and you want to do something that's going to have you participate in the democratic process, which we're so proud of, you need to make sure that Steve King's bill, H.R. 997, is passed, and that you're trying to do what you can to promote that bill. That's Stephen King, H.R. 997. It's the English Language Unity Act, and I would recommend that you blog it, you go on the internet, you start, and you yourself send letters to your congressman, but also to your friends and neighbors to get them to pay attention to who's supporting and who is not supporting this act. And if your congressman is opposed to this, it's time to go and see him. Yeah, if your congressman is not supporting the English Language Unity Act, that congressman, that man or woman who supposedly represents you, is doing a big disservice to you and to our country by not being part of this team to make English the official language. Go see him and make your point. Be courteous, but be very strong about it. You have a right as an American to express your views to your representative and to hear what their views are. So go and participate, patriots. It's all up to us now.